In death meditation, tell me honestly, how many of you are able to really put off your unconscious and go into fear? Unconscious means one corner of mind will be telling, hey, all these things are just imagination. How will I die suddenly? How can fear come suddenly? Tell me honestly, how many of you had this thought when you did the death meditation? Raise your hands. So it means what? You are not able to enter into your fear totally. Am I right? Now you are having a beautiful opportunity. Your unconscious cannot raise question. Can it raise question now? It cannot raise a question. You know, there is every possibility. There is every possibility. So go into that fear. It's a beautiful opportunity. You will never get that opportunity to have so much of fear. Why to miss such a beautiful opportunity? Don't miss it. Just go into it. I tell you, always use every situation. Any moment, use this as a chance. I tell you, one more thing. Anyhow, today or tomorrow, one day we are going to die. And that time also, same fear is going to rise. Now itself, let you drill your fear layer. The same layer is going to come up when you leave the body. So why not now itself drill it? So that when that fear rises, you will have a hole, you can directly fall. You will not be disturbed. It's a beautiful chance to break the fear layer now itself. Any one day it is going to come up. Maybe 10 years later or 20 years later or 25 years later. One more thing. If you preserve this fear layer as it is by suppressing, when are you going to penetrate it? And when the death comes, you will not be able to penetrate. You will not have so much of gap, a relaxed feeling, relaxed energy, relaxed time to penetrate it. It is time now penetrate and finish it off. So that when real death comes, you will have enough of energy to face the death, not the unnecessary fear. Understand, it is a beautiful opportunity. Go into it. Go deeply into it. Let your whole body shiver. Let your whole being go into the depression. Go into that fear. Let everything happen. Just be a witness. Experience that witnessing. Beyond the fear, the being which fears will be there. Reach the being which fears. Then you will understand that I am not the doer. See, the fear is nothing but the adrenal's work. Am I right? Doctors, all doctors are nicely enjoying. And doctor, am I right? Fear is the hormone adrenal, that's all, nothing else. So you will understand all your emotions are nothing but hormones. Understand? Before every anger busting, what do you think? You feel as if you should kill that person. Once you bust, and anger is expressed, the moment after that, what do you think? What do you think? You feel a deep guilt. Am I right? Before busting, you feel so much of anger that you want to kill him. Once you bust out, then what do you feel? You feel a deep guilt. The same way in sex. Before that, your whole being is just burning. Once things are over, you again fall back. In every action, you are just driven by the hormones. You are just driven by the hormones. Things are not under your control. You are not the doer. First understand. Yes. You see, you can do something to protect yourself, nothing wrong. But go into the fear also. Go into the fear also. That's the best way of protecting you. As long as you can secure yourself, have all security method. But once you make that very insecurity as a security for you, the very insecurity will become a security for you. The very fear, once you live through the fear, the very fear cannot frighten you. So the very fear cannot frighten you. The very fear will lead you to fearlessness. Then no fear can frighten you. You will not be frightened by any fear. Over. See, for temporary arrangements, do all these things. Take medicine, do this, do that, everything. But for permanent arrangement, go for entering into the fear. Unless you go for permanent solution, nothing real can happen in you. Alright, now you will take this medicine, this diet, that diet. Can it lead to a permanent solution? Have all the temporary arrangements. but they are all only temporary. Any one day the same fear is going to come up. So along with the temporary arrangements, get ready for permanent arrangement also. For immediate thing, stay in a rented house. But what for you should work? Work for your own house. For a temporary arrangement, stay in a rented house. Make all the arrangements. Have your diet, have your all comfort, safety, everything. But for permanent settlement, go for the penetrating into the fear. Go into the fear. The moment you understand you are not the doer, that all the other emotions are the doer. Emotions means there are so many energies inside you. They are all the doers. The moment you understand you are not the doer, you are totally freed from your action. I tell you, Jivan Mukta does not mean he will not have anger. He will not have emotions. Don't think Jivan Mukta will not have emotions. There is a beautiful example given by the Ramakrishna. A rope, if it is burnt, how it will look? Just exactly like a rope. A rope made out of ashes. That rope cannot bind you. Can that rope bind you? Even though it looks like a rope, it cannot bind you. The same way, once you understand you are not the doer, emotions are the doer, you are totally liberated from your actions. You are totally liberated from your actions. You may tell, Swamiji, if I start understanding I am not the doer and my emotions are the doer, whatever I do, is it alright? That's what people will ask. Next question. Whatever then I can do, I can go around and do whatever I want. Is it alright? The moment you understand you are not the doer, you will not be able to do whatever you want. You will see that your whole thing comes to a beautiful clarity. Everything falls in place. Everything falls in place. Your anger will lose the vengeance behind it. Your anger will not have the chili. Your anger will not have that hotness. You may shout, but your anger will not have the hotness. The whole thing will be totally burnt. It will look just like a rope, but it can never tie you. The moment you understand I am not the doer, the hormones are the doer, you are totally freed from your actions. What I call Jivan Mukti, what I call enlightenment, is nothing but this understanding. Just this understanding, nothing else. Understand, when you are shouting in the anger, understand some hormones are working in you. They are shouting. Whenever the sex emotion raises, understand you are not that, the hormones are working through you. Whenever you are in the deep fear, understand you are not in the fear, that just adrenal, that is working in you. The moment you understand when these emotions raise and start watching it, you will see you are totally liberated. You are liberated from it. Just today you try. When you travel, see your fear. See your fear emotion. When you get angry next time, and that's not a big thing, you can immediately get it. When you get angry, immediately try to see what is happening inside you. And when you get the emotions of sex, look what is happening inside you. See the emotions. You will understand I am not the doer. This is the technique, the last and ultimate technique given to you by the Isavasya Upanishad. Let us go. Yes. Yes. The moment you start thinking you will never hurt, I tell you, the moment you understand it is just hormones getting produced and working through you, you will see, you will get such a deep understanding, automatically your voice will come down. Even if you shout, the other person will not get hurt. The hardness will not be there. See, that hardness will not be there. The the vengeance will not be there. Whatever you shout will not create a vengeance in the other person. In the same way, in every emotion, it will not create the wrong, I can say, the wound in the other person. Without the idea I am the doer, even your anger will become a love affair. Even in your anger, the other person will be enjoying inside. When you are being shouted, you have some juice inside. Something happens in you. you don't feel hurt. Something deeply settles in you. Of course, in a way it is energy. When you take it right way, when you receive it, it's just energy, nothing else. When you have that idea, I am the doer, even your love will be nothing but vengeance. When you don't have that idea that I am the doer, even your vengeance, anger will have a love in it. So understand, dropping that idea I am the doer, that something else is doing in me, something else is happening in me, will make your whole activities centered on one line. Will make your whole thing centered on one line. This simple understanding can transform your being. See, now once you are attached with that emotion only, your whole being goes behind that emotion. You run behind it. If you have a small intelligence to give a gap between you and your emotion, you will never go behind it. The gap can be created by this idea. Once you understand, I am not the doer. Let you have the ultimate key. Fourth sloka is the beautiful sloka. One by one they are taking you more and more higher. Every sloka they are taking you more and more higher. Just like every day we are going more and more higher. Every sloka these masters are taking you more and more higher. In understanding wise, more and more deeper. One more thing. The moment you understand, I am not the doer. The moment you understand, the emotions are the doer. I tell you, it is from my experience. Right time, right hormones automatically happens. It takes care of itself. It takes care of itself. The right moment, right way, right hormones are produced, and it exactly takes care of itself. Small example. A living body is less weight, but it cannot float in the water. A dead body is more heavy, it floats in the water. How? Tell me. A living body is less weight, a dead body is more heavy, but dead body floats in the water. Why living body is not able to float? As long as the I is there, you cannot float. The I is resisting you to float. The I only makes you to drown. Understand? The I is not cooperating with the water. If you just cooperate with water, you don't need to learn swimming, you will simply swim. There is a research done in Japan by the group of doctors. The moment child is born, they put that child in the water. Child starts swimming. Have you heard of that? Child starts swimming. You don't need to teach the child how to swim, because inside the womb, child was swimming. It was swimming in the water. Inside the womb, nothing but water. It was swimming. So it knows the art of swimming. Once when the ego gets built up, you forget it. In the process of learning, you forget so many things. You see, if you don't have ego, the childs don't have ego. When child can swim, can't you swim? You know the art. Only thing, in the process of learning, in the process of growing, in the process of your ego, you have forgotten the whole thing. So actually, if you don't resist, you all have got the capacity to swim. It is just your ego's interference and resistance, you are drowning. You are drowning. The same way in your life also, in the current of your life, forget the idea I am the doer. Drop the ego. Drop the very idea that I am the doer. In every incident, you will see you are taken care. Just a few minutes ago, they both were sharing an incident which happened yesterday. All of you understood that incident? Let me narrate it very clearly, how it has happened. The first thing, when the vehicle stopped, they said, Swami, there is a problem in the front side. Immediately the moment they said, oh, let us enjoy, let us have a good time. Let us have a good time, let us all enjoy and relax. That was the first reaction from me. Then after a few minutes, they came and told me, no, Swamiji, it is a serious thing. It is going to take 5-6 hours. Only then we will be able to move. Then immediately I stood up in a calm way, looked at the vehicle. I said, there cannot be any problem. Come, let me go and solve it. I came down from the vehicle, went near the lorry, and I started giving instruction. Tell him he has to move the vehicle because we have to reach the Srinagar tonight. And our driver has already argued with him. He was so stubborn. He's sitting and smoking. The driver is sitting and smoking. So stubborn, not ready to move and giving all sorts of reason. What can I do? He's just careless. What can I do? Do whatever you want. He's talking in this language. Nothing is moving him. He's just quite relaxed and quite comfortable. And we are offering him one by one. Array, we will unload your cement bag and move the vehicle, and then we will take and then we will again help you to load. We are offering everything, and he is not moving. He is not moving. Just he is quite happy. Then I told him. I was giving instruction to do this, to do that, but every instruction he was trying his best to create problem. He was not budging. Then I just sat and started smiling, and then I told him, you see, now it is time. Bring our bus and block the traffic. Block the traffic. Bring our bus, insert it. Let both vehicles stand opposite to each other. No other vehicle can move. Block the traffic. Then let us see. Naturally, people will take care. I was using all my intellect. Understand very clearly. Understand the whole incident. I was using all my intellect. Then I sat there. Then I even for this he is not ready to budge. The driver says, if I come and black, the other people will beat me also. Not only him. Our driver says, if I come and bring the vehicle and stop, black the traffic, then not only he will be beaten, I will also be beaten. Our driver said. Then I saw, oh, intellect is not working. Just I sat and relaxed. The moment I relaxed, somebody appeared from somewhere. Nobody knows. The thing, be very clear. Our vehicle is standing. All of us are seeing he came only from our vehicle side. And none of the people who are sitting in our vehicle saw him, crossing him. None of our vehicle people saw him coming through from that side, but we all saw him. He came from only from that side. Am I right? He came from that side. They all say, no, nobody crossed here. We never saw anybody. And they are all standing outside to see what is happening. He appeared. He did not talk to us, and he didn't even bother us. He directly went to the driver and shouted at him, move the vehicle. He told something, and I saw him just practically pushing the driver into the vehicle, and driver was pushed into the vehicle, and the vehicle moved, and he himself was there till the vehicle moved, and once the vehicle moved, he came and touched my feet. Baba, now you can go. And then I started moving, and suddenly we saw he was walking towards the valley. There is no road, no path, there cannot be any house. He entered into the valley. He was telling, my vehicle is behind your vehicle. But he did not cross our vehicle and come to pick up his vehicle. But the moment we turned, he is entering into the valley. Where he went, we don't know. Nobody knows. And once we came and sat in the car, sat in our bus, somebody was asking, oh, he's a good guy, came and helped somehow here in this difficult situation. I just turned and laughed at him and told, go and find out that guy will not be here. Now I tell you, go and find out that vehicle also will not be there. Understand? Whatever you understand, understand. Whatever you don't understand, forget about it. Not only the guy, even the lorry will not be there. Understand this incident. Then people have started asking, how can this happen, Swami? Somebody suddenly appearing and suddenly disappearing. I told only one thing. See, this incident can do two things to you. Either you can take this as a miracle and strengthen your faith, or you can take this as a coincidence, forget about it. Both way you can handle, I don't bother. But you can have one small insight from this incident. The moment you relax, automatically something happens and things are taken care. I tell you, this is not one incident. I can say thousands of incidents just before starting this discourse. Yes, from your own words. Before starting this incident, what you brought?
This evening I was wondering where can we hold the discourse? I just wanted you, this place has a very small dining hall, though this is a lovely terrace, but it's raining. He looked around, he clapped his hands. He says, by 7 o'clock it'll be alright, you start your arrangements.
In 10 minutes? 10 minutes, not only rain stopped, place started drying.
By 6:30 it was dry and we are operating to arrange and clean the terrace.
Over. Nothing. Understand? Don't think I have done a miracle. I have not done any miracle. I just relaxed the idea I am the doer. Whole thing is taken care. The moment you relax the I am the doer idea, the whole thing is taken care. There also, as long as I was using my intellect and telling, hey, do this, do that, nothing was working. Nothing was happening with the driver. And he was very stubborn. The moment I sat down and relaxed, something somewhere happens. I tell you, even if that guy wouldn't have come, the local guy wouldn't have come also, the driver's mind would have changed. Something would have happened. Things will be cleared. The moment you relax from the idea I am the doer, the whole existence takes care of you.